Welcome to Kafila TV. I'm your host, Amrik Pabla. Today we have presidential candidate Andrew Salabie. Andrew, welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
Andrew, so you're running for a president for ATU Local 1573.
Yes, sir.
But you look more like a hip hop star than a presidential. What's going on here?
Well, there's a reason for that, Amrik. Today is our Christmas party, the adult Christmas party for the ATU Local 1573, and I decided to wear my Christmas colors, and I'm representing the Canadian colors as well.
Well, you look dashing, Andrew. So, Andrew, by the way, how old are you? If you don't mind to reveal your age.
I'm 30 years old, Amrik.
So 30-year-old, and you want to run for president?
That's correct.
Okay, but what are you going to bring on table? Just to let the audience know, ATU, Andrew, what is ATU, first of all?
The ATU is the Amalgamated Transit Union. We're a unionized membership that looks after all or most transit-oriented agencies. Our local specifically is 1573, and that is for Brampton Transit.
So Brampton Transit. Okay, so the question is, what have you done for this union so far?
What I've done for this union so far, when I joined, I was a member of the negotiations committee.
Right.
At that time, I was not a member of the union, but I had a lot to contribute. I have a good background in negotiation and understanding contractual language, and I wanted to contribute as the 2019 contract negotiation was coming up.
Right.
And so I started there, and there was a great team there. I worked with Mandeep, I worked with Jai, I worked with Benjamin Kay, I worked with Rennie, and the president at the time, Robert Gowdy, and we formed a great relationship. We worked well together, and it inspired me to contribute more to our union. So I decided to run for shop steward, and I was actually acclaimed, and I've served as shop steward for the last 3 years.
So Andrew, so the new contract is gonna be next year. When next year? Like which month?
Actually, I believe it's 2 years from now.
2 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2 years from now. So have you ever sat before the politicians ever? Negotiated a contract, a politician or somebody in authority to change people's lives?
Yeah, actually, a few years back when I was with the QP 831 local, I was a member of the negotiation committee there, and it was a little different in that setting. I actually sat directly at the table with the standing president, Fabio, and we were able to ratify a collective bargaining agreement for temporary and part-time workers.
Right. So, Andrew, because a lot of people are saying that Andrew is too young, being at age of 30, and I saw your video where you made a lot of promises. You said that even you're gonna take some pay cut, right? Mm-hmm. And tell us more about that.
Sure. I'll just start by addressing my age. I don't think people should look so much at my age, which is 30 years old, as opposed to the accomplishments that I've achieved in my time, right?
Right.
And people should really ask themselves, well, he's done so much already. What more can he do for us? And the answer is a lot. And I have the energy, I have the ability, I have the wisdom and the know-how. I want to contribute as much as possible to the betterment of our local. With regards to the promises, yes, I've made quite a few promises. The ones that I've pledged to make are within our current union. And if elected president, I will have the ability to make those changes. They're not hard. It's not hard to treat members with respect. It's not hard to create union meeting briefings. It's not hard to to propose bylaw changes and put motions on the floor. And as for the honorarium, I'm not in it for the extra cash, and I want to show members that I want to contribute because I love the membership. And the money, I feel, will do good for the social committee, for cancer research, and to the scholarship program that we have for fallen members.
So, Andrew, a lot of politicians I've seen throughout my age, they make big promises. They make hefty promises. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. Even in our union, previous presidents that we had made these big promises, and they don't keep promises. What shall happen then if you ever have to change your values, or have to change your dialogues? The video that you released, okay, was very impressive.
Thank you.
I saw the video. The script was good, but what if situation changes? What if the other party, okay, the management says, okay, you know what, we disagree with this, we'll give you this in the contract, but we're going to take this away from you. How are you going to challenge that? Because the main focus, the reason I'm asking this is this, Andrew, because contract, the power of the pen, the power of the signature is going to change many lives. And you being the president, you know, what you decide is going to change people's, the employees' future.
Well, Amrik, one of the main features of my platform is communication. And I will always communicate with the members first. I believe one of the major duties of a president of any local is to first listen to their members.
Right.
I will listen to my members and I will articulate their needs and wants to the management. Also, during the negotiation, of course, management's going to push back. All right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we need a strong leader that will stand for what the membership requires and what they need to have a better quality of work life.
Right.
Okay. And I will be that individual for the members. And if they want to offer something, I'm not just going to think about it by myself. We are a union. We work together. The foundation of all unions is unity. So if there was something drastic that the management set forward, one of the very first things I would do would be to first communicate with my executive and then communicate with the membership. No major changes will take place without membership knowledge.
Right. And Andrew, do you have a thick skin? Because a lot of people are going to chastise you once you get elected, because we have over how many thousands of members, okay? So they're going to chastise you, they're going to criticize you, because you cannot please everybody.
That's correct.
So are you able to handle that criticism?
I believe so. I feel like criticism is a marginal part of being a president. I do believe that as long as you're meeting the needs and wants of the membership, that's going to be a minute part of actually being the president. Of course, you can't please everybody, but nobody would replace somebody that's doing their job, and nobody's going to attack somebody that is actually doing their job. So, you know, if somebody did come to me with anything critical, I would practice what I always have for the last 3 years as shop steward, and that's communicate with respect. Okay, it doesn't matter how they're coming at me. I respond with respect. I am the leader. If I'm elected president, I will be the big brother of the local, and it will be my responsibility to mediate conversations and make sure that they are maintained in a respectable manner.
Right. And also, Andrew, I remember when I first started working in this organization, the pay was very good. It was very impressive. Okay, where in the warehouse people got paid, let's say $12 an hour, $14 an hour, and then going to a job that pays, you know, close to $30 an hour and more. The employees' pay is stuck where it is, while the warehouse pay has gone to $22, some pay $25, some even pay $30. And where our union members, you know, they have a very tough job. Okay, as a driver, you gotta have a thick skin. You deal with all walks of life. When people are stressed, the first person they see in the morning is a driver. The last person they see when they go home is a driver. So they leave their venom, their negative energy, their frustration on a driver before they leave. They yell at them, call them names. How about the driver's salary raise? When are you going to do something about that?
Of course. And generally speaking, it's whoever goes first. What I mean by that is QP831, the City of Brampton, and the Firefighters Union, they usually set the precedent, or any other transit agencies in the area, whether it's TTC or Mississauga Transit. Whoever negotiates first sets the precedent. That being said, there's no reason why strong negotiation tactics can bring us above the bar set. Inflation this year, 2022 alone, is 6.9%. Last year in 2021, it was 3.4%. The members need help. We need help. All of us have families to provide for. All of us have bills to pay. And the only way we're going to do that is by negotiating fair wages for our members. And I will push my absolute hardest to have management put us above the bar. Before I let you continue, you did mention something about negative energy. Passengers come on, they disrespect our drivers, the stress of the schedule, other combining factors, including people's personal lives. That's why mental health is a big part of my platform as well. And I want to include that in the benefits package that I negotiate. I want to increase our coverages through dental. I want to increase our coverages through physio. I want to increase our coverages for eye care, and I want to include mental health care among every other benefit we receive right now.
So since we're talking about mental health, which is very important, very imperative, Manulife covers, glasses, they cover physiotherapy. We have a program peer-to-peer, which is good, which is impressive. But remember, those peer-to-peer, they're not professionals. So how come, would you do something where drivers are covered to go see a psychiatrist or a psychologist, anytime they want?
I would like to, because peer-to-peer is our members helping members.
Right.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No problem.
Our members helping members.
Yeah.
EAP is a program offered by the City of Brampton. It's an employee assistance program, and members can seek mental health through that as well. Unfortunately, it's been found that members who go through the process 1, 2, 3 sessions later, and now they're left with a bill to pay, right? And that's why I want to include that into our benefits package. However that looks, whether it's through a third-party vendor, whether it's through Manulife, whether it's through the City of Brampton making a contribution, I want to fight to make sure that coverage is implemented.
But do you know, Andrew, there's a difference, talking to somebody over the phone, to a professional, let's say you call a professional psychologist or a psychiatrist. There's a difference between talking to them over the phone and sitting in front of them. I think which is more valid, which will help more people than talking on the phone. Are you gonna make it like one-on-one session in a room, or is it just gonna be on the phone?
These days, mental health providers provide all sorts of different avenues that people can approach them, whether it's on the phone, whether it's on Zoom, or whether it's in person.
Right.
I want to make sure all three are available to our members for their own convenience. So if I can negotiate a package that includes mental health coverages, I'll ensure that those three options remain available to members.
Okay. So anything that you want to add, Andrew? Anything that other president in the past have missed doing, something they failed to do for their members?
I don't want to.
We're not targeting. We are not going to say a name. We are not going to say, okay, this president did this. This president did that. Everybody have their own reasons. but there's something that they missed that could help, that could benefit all the members when you become a president?
I believe it's actually quite simple. The marker is communication. The marker is transparency. The marker is respect.
Right.
Whether it's all three or one of the three, they've been missed in the past. And I am going to make sure that I'm hitting those markers all the time. How can I prove that? I honestly can't. But what I want to ask the members is to look at what I've done in the last 3 years. Look at how I have acted as a shop steward. My consistency is always treating all members with respect, always communicating what I know, and if I don't know, finding the answer to educate the members. And I believe, the membership is not dumb. If they see someone genuinely trying to help, if they see someone that genuinely respects all people, if they see something that is not only willing to listen, but also implement the things that they are told into real action, their success will be found.
Right.
And I believe I am the best person to bring that to the table.
Right. And what I like about you, Andrew, is your amicable personality. You have a very, I've always seen you smiling. There's even worst case scenario, I've always seen a smile on your face.
Thank you.
Which is positive. But Andrew, I've been here in this organization for almost 13, 14 years. Okay. And every person who ran for a president said the same exact thing, that they're going to do this, they're going to listen to people. But as soon as they get elected, their personality changes. The way they look at their members changes. They look down upon their members. I've seen that firsthand. So are you going to change anyway? If you get elected, you become a president, are you still going to pick up your members' phone calls? Are they still going to be important to you? Because remember, after 4 years, there's going to be another voting. You know what I mean? So this is why previous presidents never got re-elected, because as soon as they became president, their persona changed.
So, America, presidential term is 3 years.
Is it 3? Okay. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes, 3 years.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
My father worked for Brampton Transit for 29 years.
Well, yeah.
I am second generation transit. Every time I step into work, I'm representing 2 people.
Right.
I carry with me my father's legacy, and it's very important to me, and I'll never risk it or tarnish it. I won't change. I promise the members I won't change. I will always stay the same. I will always treat members with respect. I will always communicate. That's the assurance that I can offer. Of course, you take a chance every time you elect a president into a position. I understand that. But if you look at my track record, it shows that I am consistent. It shows that I am dedicated. It shows that I have the education and the willingness, and I will push forward.
Okay. Wow. All right, guys. I just want to say, Andrew, thank you so much for joining us. If there's anything you want to say before we leave, please do so.
Sure. I encourage members to look at my website, www.atuandrew.ca. You can also visit my YouTube channel, ATU Andrew. There you'll find my video that highlights my campaign platform, changes that I'd like to see for the union, and changes that I'd like to see in our upcoming contract. The things that I pledge that I can complete are well within the president's power. I can achieve these things, of course, with the support of the membership. I will propose bylaw changes. I will set motions to have shifts in our technology. I will promote a healthy environment with respect, and I will ensure union briefings happen the same day at the GMM and the following Thursday. So I encourage members to check check out my platform, see what I'm all about. I always welcome members. They can approach me and ask me about my stance on topics at any time.
Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Amrik Pabla. See you guys next time.